Active Investor here, bringing you another independent analysis. This time we're taking another look at ticker symbol HMNY. That's Helios and Matheson Analytics. The chart we have here today is a 2-hour chart. Each candlestick on this chart representing 2 hours of trading. So we go back to the beginning of this uptrend, which was right around the beginning of June 6th to be more specific. But we want to focus on the data that we have currently and also the data from this point on, because there's a certain pattern that you guys might notice on the 4-hour chart. It's not perfect, but it is reminiscent of a pattern that we all know and love. I'll get to that in just a second, but first let's talk about these 4 main areas: 11.20, 13, 14, 15, 20. Our current trading range being right around $13.20. So due to that fact, we can consider 13 as support and 11.20 as support. $14 will be resistance, and to break that, we can test $15.20. And I would just like to mention that this stock has an absolutely crazy float, especially for a small cap stock. Usually you see floats like this in microcap or even, some small caps, but not usually around this trading range above a $10 area. So just absolutely crazy. This is a stock I keep on my watch list ever since I found out about it, since it's so volatile. If you guys are watching this on an intraday level, some of those 1-minute candles were absolutely insane. I remember there was one from like $13.20 all the way up to like $14.50 in a single candle. Just absolutely massive swings. So it's a very dangerous stock to play, but if you get in near the bottom of one of those candles, you can just flip it within seconds to minutes and have pretty significant profits, let alone if you hold it. If you hold it and swing it up in the course of an hour or a few hours, if you get in real low and real lucky. So just absolutely crazy stock, very volatile. Now, with all that said, let's get back to the pattern that I mentioned. And that pattern, if you guys didn't guess, is actually going to be a rough cup and handle pattern. You see we have the cup and then the handle right here, which is one of my favorite patterns, super bullish pattern. When it works absolutely amazing. So if there's eyes on HMNY tomorrow, there's a very good chance even that we have this cup and handle completely finished. We just need to make the rest of the handle and leg up to break through the resistance in order to see this thing run. And there's one more requirement for a cup and handle pattern to work, and that's a lot of volume, which is why I just mentioned that if a lot of eyes are on the stock tomorrow, which I believe there will be, we will have all the volume necessary to complete this pattern, and we will definitely test $15.20 and maybe even that $17 area. Now, of course, that's all hypothetical. If the volume doesn't come in, then this pattern is out the door, but it's set up very nicely to do exactly what we need it to do. If the volume comes in, this thing might skyrocket, and it's definitely worth watching. Just be careful because of how volatile it is. You can be in the green and go to the red within seconds on a stock like this. So super risky, super volatile, but also very high potential to yield a super nice profit. So just be careful with that. I definitely take my profits off the table ASAP on this stock. And you know what? If you get out early and it runs, so what? At least you profited, and at least you didn't have a loss. Now let's take a look at our moving averages. This is going to be a 2-hour chart, remember, so our moving averages weren't entirely bullish today, even though this day was absolutely insane, since it's a longer time frame. But look at them now. We have the 20 and the 50 converging, and we have the 13 and the 50 converging, and we have the 20, that green line, legging up to the others. So we're going to want to see that 50 period yellow line start moving down, and we're going to want to see that 13 period and that 20 period moving average start moving up, which is exactly what we do see. Basically off this big green candle here, that's when our averages starting to converge and look very bullish again. Now let's take a look at where we went overbought. Incidentally enough, right on that candle that we were just looking at in regards to our simple moving averages. The last area we went overbought was over here, and we went overbought here most recently. Let's go to where we closed on that. Let's see, which candle is it? It's going to be this one. So we have a higher overbought area. People are willing to pay a premium, and it's just really setting itself up for another run. So keep an eye on those areas. Break of $14, we can run to $15.20. Break of $15.20, and I think it's set up to test that lifetime high of 17. Let me just verify that's a lifetime high. I'm pretty sure it is, but I'm going to go back on my historical data and just double check that. And yes, indeed, that is a lifetime high for this stock. The highest it was trading at before was about $9.50 before this run. So absolutely insane that this thing managed to run up like it did and correlate down and still remain around $9, which is still right around its old lifetime high. So even when it dipped off its major run, it was still basically setting support at its lifetime high, and now it's legging up again. This stock is just crazy. I think a lot of people watch it because of that float, like I mentioned. It's definitely worth keeping on a watch list because of that fact. This is the kind of stock that can run anytime, and I think that's what happened today. I don't know for sure, but I couldn't find any news that was released. And, we had the Federal Open Market Committee meeting today, so the markets were pretty dead overall. And out of nowhere, this thing just started running. And I think it was a boredom pump, really. I mean, there was nothing else really going. So what did people do? They went to this beautiful small cap $10 stock with a super low float and just pumped it up. And you know what? We had some great action today just because of this stock. So an otherwise very boring day gave us a very nice play. So definitely keep an eye on it tomorrow. And if you guys do play it, I wish you the best of luck, and I'll catch you in the next video. Have a good one.